Last time out, we ended the drought with 3 90-point rides. Seamus drew a blackjack, bringing a 90 to the score table in the second round. And then he doubled down with Amanda's Panda in the finals for another 90. But as in life, there's always a bigger mountain to climb. And Terry Don West went to the peak with an awesome 93 on a bucking fugitive. It's crunch time. Hang on, everybody. It's bull riding in San Diego. Now on Prime Network across the world. It's the Acme Bull Riders Only series. Brought to you by Roper Apparel, the greatest looking shirt you'll ever wear. And by Original Coors. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman, and we're excited to be in San Diego, not just for the coast and the beautiful weather, but we're at the start of the fourth furlong, you might say, the 75% point of our 1993 season for the bro riding, and this is going to be something. We're talking about T against TD, or a 25-year-old kid out of the IPRA against three-time the world champion. Terry Don West is who I'm talking about, matching up with Tough Hedeman. We've got guys that are at the 90 and 92% riding factor, Gary. This is going to be a race for a championship for this year that's nothing like we've ever seen before.
You bet it is. The Atlanta Braves made their moves on the San Francisco Giants. Terry Don West is making his moves. He's drawn to within 2 bulls of Tough Hedeman, and he's in line for the Tough Enough Award and the World Championship both.
Well, that extra $10,000 for the Tough Enough Award is one thing, but let's go to the comparison right now on exactly what we're talking about. Tough Hedeman has been challenged so many times by so many guys, but Tough Hedeman is the master. He is a walking machine, unincalculable of how wonderful this man can ride from position to poise to the money won. He is over $40,000 in our Bull Riders Only series as of this point for his career earnings. He's a $1 million bull rider. But this young man, Terry Don West, is proving what he can do. When we talk about a buck-off ratio, the rankest bulls in North America, and the riding ratio of the rankest riding cowboys, nobody has ever compared to what Tough Hedeman has done. Bowie, Texas has had some headlines from some great rodeo athletes, but this man in Bull Riders Only series has again and again and again set the seat. This is the man who wants to take his seat away. Young, aggressive, strong, thinks right, and rides like a champion. When you put the pressure in a man's closed hand, this is what we're talking about. 11 of 12 for Tough at 92%. 921 points at 22,007 1/4. Not bad. But look at this kid coming after him. Atlanta and San Francisco, there's your match, LeFew. 90%, he's right on his tail. Let's talk about the top 5 as we go into the Original Coors scoreboard at this point. Tough Hedeman, Terry Don West, Aaron Seamus, hotter than a pistol, Jim Sharp, the all-time great, and the Wolf Pup, Danny Wolf, now from Wyoming. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than that. We're in San Diego, and you'd better be ready to ride with us. We'll be back in a minute. Stay with us. Hey, we've got our bags packed to go to Kansas, and I hope you'll join us in the Kansas Coliseum the 25th day of September. The Acme Bull Riders Only Tour is on to the Midwest, and you need to be a part of it. Take a look at that number for tickets. I'll give it to you a little bit later again. Jerome Davis, Odessa, Texas. The hot shot out of college, and we're in San Diego to ride it with Gary LeFew.
Oh, look at here. This is the kid we're talking about. He has got the style, has got the ability. This kid, as Cody Custer said, is going to be a champion, and I agree with him.
Well, you can say gonna be, but he already has done that from high school to college, into the ranks of the pros, and now in the Bull Riders Only series. Jerome Davis has got the right attitude. He's young, he's lean, he's long, he's tall. They talk about reinventing the government, making it loose and lean. That's exactly where he is. At 78 points to start the second round, he's the #1 man. Okay, Antonio, let's see what you can do if you've got your hammer cocked. Coming out of the first round now in this position, this is Tony Stoddard. LaGrange, Wyoming, and rough and ready is rank and jumping for him. Now remember, out of the first round, where we bucked 20, this is where we're going to bring the seated cowboys in. These guys have qualified in the first round. That's exactly what we're doing. Tony Stoddard.
Skip and set you up.
Man, that bull does have the double clutch to him. Now, It looked like the first jump he was fine, but every jump thereafter he slipped a little bit.
Well, the bull has a different type of timing, and timing is everything when you're riding bulls. If they get you a little bit out of time, they're going to get you because there's a lot of power there on a big brindle bull like that.
Power, brindle, bad bull, hump, horns, got him. That's all we're looking to. Now, bull riding fans, this is the first time for this kid to qualify out of the first round, come into the second round, maybe get a shot at him for the third round, but that's exactly what he needs to do. Thor Holford. He's a son-in-law to the great bronc rider of years ago, Bill Martinelli from Knights Ferry, California. His numbers don't look too impressive yet, but this kid could be on a roll. This is a break for a rookie, Gary.
You bet, and this kid is one of the few guys to ride the great Wolfman.
Just as a kid.
On him last year,
You
just
bet.
as a kid, and this kid has got some ability. He won fourth in Anaheim last week, and he's showing his stuff.
Well, this
Look at
Meisner,
here.
look at this Meisner bull. Give it to him. He's trying him.
Oh, look at that move.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what he was going to take. He made the right
Yeah.
move and a perfectly called.
Oh, that shows his stuff. That
If
kid
you're
has
going
got.
to reorganize, he did it at the right time.
Oh, that was a great move. Great move for a rookie.
They're going to bring it back again. Now, he was totally out of shape about the fourth jump. The fifth jump, the bull made the right move, wailed right back underneath him. Hello, gift.
Look at here as he gets it. Look, take it a little farther there as he gets him out of shape here. Right here, he's way out of shape. Look at this move over the front end, back to the middle, and here we go. Start throwing some feet at him.
Well, San Diego's not as proud of the score as he's going to be. He's happy to be there when the whistle blows. 76 is what they're going to do. But the reaction you can see, he's saying, thank you, Lord, for letting me come to Southern California. I'm happy to be in here after two. Now, Todd Steinbach. We're on a roll. The energy ride is level. The karma is up. But you've got to think about the judges. You've got to think about their disposition. You've got to think about the bull that you've drawn. What Todd Steinbach, an old handyman from Meisner, want to put together now is get him an 80. Get him an 80. Come on, long.
Get out there, Todd. Get out there.
Sit up
Look at
and
him
kiss.
go.
Sit up and kiss.
Oh, missed that kiss.
He missed the kiss, and it cost him his butt right there. As soon as he got his face out of the center point and was not looking to the right, to the left of that shoulder, with a bull that went to the left, he was in trouble.
He sure was, no doubt about it.
Doggone it, it's history, and that's the way it is. Somebody's got to bite the dirt. Steinbach's the man that got it done. Hot you can be. Marty Stannard, Labor Day weekend just a couple of days ago, put $3,500 in his pocket at Walla Walla, Washington, and that has now got him a guaranteed shot at the national finals. But in bull riders only, Marty Stannard's thinking about $10,000 tonight. He's won $3,700. He's won nearly $23 for his career in bull riders only. But $3,700 this year's not much. He's had a bad wrist. He didn't take care of it. The guy should have stayed home, but he's riding good with a bad wrist. How do you make those calculations come up to being a winner?
Well, if he's ever going to need his wrist good tonight, this bull is the bull that won Jump Dan Wolf last week at Anaheim. This bull is Bucky. He's going to be a handful.
36, little man from Dan Russell. Little man Marty Stannard is, but he's a giant when it comes to heart. Consistency is his best mark.
Oh, yes. Try him right there. Oh, my.
I don't believe this. This is not the way he's been riding, and I don't like the look on his face. He is upset.
I haven't seen him ride that little man yet. This bull is real tricky. He's got a lot of drop. Reminds me of the great 9 of Cotton Rosses.
Now, you and Cody Custer, I heard the two of you making your bets on this bull earlier when we were looking at him in the pen, and you said this is the kind of bull that threw you off the last one you got on. Cody said he didn't think he could ride him, and Marty just took the turf with that one.
The bull's real slab-sided. He doesn't have much to get a hold of, and if you make one mistake, he's going to make you pay.
Well, the mistake's been made. The pay is nothing. Marty Stannard is out of there. Hang on for the next one. We got a show for you. All right, sports fans, here's the story. Black Magic is the bull, Rory Lemmel's the cowboy. I'm talking about a little fish in a big pond with this young man getting ready to start. Black Magic, a week ago in Anaheim, California, shows what he is, the magician. This bull's got every wrong move at the right time, tough to ride, get in your face, walk all over you. He's a getter. Gary LeFew, I'm going to say that this kid is overmatched 3-1. Now, I know him and I like the kid, but this bull is a bad cat, and he will get in your shorts.
You bet. The only unridden bull on the tour that's been out that many times. He's 9-0. This bull is bad.
Stand Roy. Ride the bull.
All right, Roy can make some history tonight.
No! There's the fade. Bull give him a high jump, long jump, and then hit and come out of there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Magic is still black in Southern California, and he's on a roll. That's 10-0 for Black Magic. Roy Lemmel becomes another notch on his pistol.
Okay, this bull here, 90 will just kind of lull you into complacency here. He kind of just goes straight away here, gets Rory a little back, and then when he feels him, bam, around to that right he comes in.
If that's complacency, I want to play tennis. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Magic is gone, but we're not. We'll be back in a minute with more of the Bull Riders only from San Diego. Don't move. Welcome back to the Sports Arena in San Diego, everybody. This is Bob Tallman along with Gary LeFew, and joining us a little later in the show will be the reigning world champion, Cody Custer. He's on the injured list, and he'll help us in the broadcast booth. Now let's go to Colorado's King, Richard Rule. Loveland, Colorado, and Western Rodeo, Dan Russell slam dunk. This bull can throw a lot of guys off. He's won 11,000 this year. What can Richard do with Old Yeller?
Oh, he better stay over that front end, because this bull can... Folks got breading off last week, has notched another notch on the pistol.
Just as you said it, he just kind of reared up, looked back over his chin, and it cost him right there.
You bet.
Let's take another look at it. What went wrong?
A lot of power here. Watch the drop on this bull. This bull is a great athlete. Richard's got his arm a little down too low. He gets set back off that rope. That is the power zone. The zone from the rope forward is your zone. You get back between the zone between the rope and the flank. That is his zone. He'll own you.
And there's no comfort in the zone when you're off on the ground before 8 seconds. Richard Rule, Colorado, is out of the race. All right, we're back to Texas. I don't know what to do with this kid because I can't teach him any manners. Good-looking young Texas gentleman, Brent Gluck. When it comes to attitude, he is a moving machine. But this time, Mr. Gluck has Handsome, the handsome stranger, Triangle T. He's got a pretty good match here. If this bull has the day that he's supposed to have and this kid rides like he can have, you're going to see him in the high 70s, maybe in the 80s.
You bet. Alan Jordan, the judge last week, told me Brent Gluck was going to win the bull ride if he finished his bull ride. This kid can ride. Look at him open up here. Yeah. He showed the sign of a coming champion there. He will take a chance.
Well, he's got a little Hollywood in him as he picks up that hat to throw it to the fans in San Diego. This old bull did just exactly what he needed. But good, but not too ranked. Didn't buck him off, but's going to get him a score. He's already qualified out of the first round. Now here in the second round, he knows he's in the rank with the champions. The Terry Don West that are the comers. The Tough Hedemans that are yet to ride. The Wasey Cathys that we've already thrown off. This kid is somebody.
You bet. He's probably going to make the next round just riding this bull safely. But he showed great try by throwing caution to the wind, spurring that bull a little bit, getting a couple extra points. And
Businessman ride, 74 point. There's the hot shot. Good luck, buddy. We'll hope to see you in the third round. Let's take a look at Davis's 78, 76, 74. Boys, let's get us an 80. When you've got him clustered like that, up that close, that means that Buddy Golden is thinking about statistics. No, he's thinking about riding this bull. Triangle T and the wise guy again. We've seen this bull before. Buddy Golden is one of the top 10 in the world standings, but we've got to get him on a better, consistent winning record at the Bull Riders Only Series. One day he's hot, the next day he's cold, the next day he falls off a cab. Come on, bad luck ride.
This bull should fit him. The bull's a little iffy. You don't want to move in there too far. But Buddy has got one going here.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, man. I'm not too impressed with his get off, but who cares? Asked him earlier before we started tonight, do you feel good? He said, great. I said, are you healthy? He said, never been better. And there's his gorgeous wife. Oh, she's happy. That's a former Miss Cow Palace of the Grand National in San Francisco, California, raised a cattleman's daughter. He's got it all. Buddy Golden is doing just exactly what I'd hope he'd do. Maybe we cuss him a little bit for an 81 score to the lead.
Oh, he's probably one of the most improved bull riders at the Bull Riders Only Series I've seen since he's been on the tour.
He may have the best record of improvement over the last 10 years because he came into it the slow way, no gifts, done it all the hard way. I'll tell you what, Central California, you can be proud of him. He's 81. That changes our scoreboard. We're talking about Noose Cook. Weber Blues, my bull, this time.
Belly roll.
Mr. Mitchell brought a bad calf to town.
Oh, that bull throwed a bad belly roll out there when he got about 15 feet out of the chutes. And anytime they belly roll, you've got to stay forward. They catch you back a little bit, they're going to slam dunk you.
Well, I know they've got some bulls like that in Australia, and that's where he comes from. Noose, my man, that's not going to be your last time on the television camera. I can promise you that. You'll be okay. Let's take a look at Scott Bretting. Babyface is the bull number 8 from Dan Russell. Now, this is one of those bulls that he doesn't bring to every bull rider's only. He'll throw him in for a couple of weeks, take him home for a couple of weeks. When you've got a bull that hasn't been on a consistent bucking pattern because you haven't seen him, what does that do to a guy who started off the hottest in our business, the Montana man? What can he do?
Well, he knows this bull. This bull weighs about 2,200 pounds. He's never an easy trip. Real strong. This guy is one of the greatest bull riders of all the bull riders going on the tour. He's been a little inconsistent here lately, but tonight he looks like he got his game fan back down. Got his mind right.
Yes, that's the Scott Bretting we watched at the first of the season. Now, Scotty has done something that's a little different that he's not used to. He's lost his security blanket. He used to have a full-time job. He's on the full-time rodeo trail. He needs to be thinking about the economics of every 8-second opportunity he can get.
You bet, and that puts a lot more pressure on you, and sometimes it'll get you thinking, and if you get to thinking, it's like baseball or any other game. You can't ride and think at the same time. This week, it looks like he went home, made some adjustments, quit thinking, and just come back, and that's the Scott Bretting we know.
Well, 73 points. The mustache man is back in business. Montana, you're back in the headlines. Let's go to Aaron Seamus. 2 weeks ago, we were bragging about an $18,000 a week income, and that's exactly what he had. He secured his position as one of the leaders going to the national finals in December. His concern earlier tonight, before we started, when we first got to the Coliseum, he said, what do you think I ought to do? I said, keep growing up, keep your mouth shut, go to the good ones, get on the best ones, and don't worry about it. The law of averages will take care of itself. If you enter every day with the right ante, the payoff's going to be there, and that's what he's trying to think about tonight.
You bet, and he's just one win away from taking over the lead for the championship here this year.
Now, this bull, the Gis Buckle, that comes from Dan Russell, is no easy cat to get by. I've seen this bull never have a bad day, but I've seen him have some right days when he will rip you in half.
You bet. You ride this bull, you can be in the mid-80s to the high 90s. Turn on his foot, and he looks like he might want to do it tonight.
Yeah, Aaron is hot. Aaron is hot.
Look at him. Oh, what a move. A move. That kid is riding. Oh, he's riding as good as anybody on the circuit.
That's the Jim Sharp, the tough Hedeman. That's the Lane Frost kind of attitude right there. It's working.
Oh, this crowd is going wild. I can't hardly hear myself think.
81 is what we're looking at. That's what he's trying to beat. And if they can't put him up in that category, I'll tell you what, the judges are going to be in trouble. Why don't we just stick another 5 on it? They're talking about 86 points, LaFew.
Oh, this move he makes right here when he gets out of shape. Look, he's sitting back on the ledge. Oh.
That's exactly the way it ought to be. Aaron Seamus goes to the lead. The scoreboards are in the 80s, and we'll be back in the sports arena in San Diego. Don't anybody move. We're going to ride them in the 90s. As we welcome you back, everybody, I want you to be thinking about where we're traveling to next on the 25th day of September, only days away. The Kansas Coliseum in Wichita. There's the number. Write it down. You need to call us for tickets if you're going to be there. If not, you better join us right here on the network. The Acme Bull Riders only is going to Kansas. The Midwest, get ready. We're coming your way, and we've got a show for you. Okay, who's doing what, why, when, and where? In the sports arena tonight in San Diego, Aaron Seamus from Central California just turned smoke to fire with an 86. He did it all. Buddy Golden, his neighbor 50 miles away from Sacramento, 81. And Jerome Davis had started off with a hot shot ride of 78, has now been moved into 3rd place. There is the world champion, Cody Custer. He'll be joining us in the 3rd and final round for the $10,000 ride. Here is the Canadian champion. This man's done a little bit of everything. He lives so far from town, they don't even have an area code. And earlier this year, he broke his back. Think about that. What do you do when you play tennis and you break your back? You take 2 years off. He took less than 60 days. Darrell Mills, let's ride a bull. Western Rodeo's Terminator. And the size of this chap, 2,600.
This is a handful, but Darrell rides up on his legs. Look at him get up in that comfort zone. Oh, handles him with ease.
2,600 play basketball if he could stand on his front legs. This little man stands about 5'9". He'll weigh 165 pounds, bulky body built. But after being seriously injured, what an absolute comeback for an athlete.
We talked about that front end. Look at the way he gets up on that front end. The front end from the rope to up over that hump is your zone. From the rope back is their zone. He stays out of it as good as anybody, right up there over that front end.
Well, zone to zone, the crowd's not as happy with his score of a 73. I think he's happy to be in there. Now remember, he was not in the first round. He was one of our seeded Cowboys. Who's the hot shots in the new bunch? Dax Lackey. This is the new breed, the new bunch. Every 7 or 8 years we can say that. But this is the Justin Bull from Dan Russell. Now this kid's earned $4,800. That's not a whole lot, but that's in 1993. This is his first year on the tour with the Bull Riders only. He come out of Texas as a hotshot rookie youngster, and he's just going to go on with it. Good looking, young, lean and mean, ready to ride.
You bet. Riding 88% of his bulls on the tour this year. Has got a handful of bulls tonight. No!
Uh-oh, what happened? Upper body got a tilt to it.
Oh, look like that bull kind of slipped, and timing is everything. A lot of times they'll slip. He kind of slid him back, throwed his timing off, and
that's like a double clutch when he skips on his front feet. Well, I just hate to say it that way. He's out of there. He is in the top rookie standings in the third spot. Terry Don West is the man we're matching against Tuff Hedeman. Daryl Mills, you watched just a moment ago, is now in a power position, but I don't know if he'll last to the third round. Dax Lackey, you just watched go to the turf. Adam Carrillo is on the injured list and not here with us tonight. But that's who's done it. Remember, TDW. TDW. That's the man you want to be thinking about, Terry Don West. Irvin Williams, Tulsa, Oklahoma. In the first round, you made a comment that he's got a new hairdo. He's got no hair left to do, too. What about this Tulsa twister?
Well, he looks like Michael Jordan with that. When that head comes off, there's not a hair on top of his head. A lot of guys are superstitious about different things. He might have tried a new haircut, got a hot streak going. Hey.
Well, I hope his horn works because he's got the hunker this time. Dan Russell and Western Rodeos have brought another one. This is one of those typical looking little slab-sided Bremers, but the bull can buck.
You bet he can buck, and he's got a handful here.
There's a great misconception about breed bulls. We're talking about folks. We got them from all over the country here tonight, and they're happy. A lot of great things happening here with the movie business as well as San Diego. Happy folks in the sports arena. 2 weeks ago in Anaheim, California, this bull you say was spectacular. I want to talk about a three-quarter bred Brahman bull. A lot of people say that three-quarter Brahmans and Brahman bulls won't buck. You watch this one. Oh, yeah. Look at him.
Oh, yeah. Irvin has got it on his mind tonight.
This old bull's doing the right thing with him. There's a match. A match of champions, and our sports fans are liking it in San Diego.
Oh, there that haircut is.
I keep telling you, that's not a haircut. He shaved it off.
Well, they give him that Michael Jordan look, and that might have been just what he needed to get hot. He is riding a rank Bremer right here.
Well, the Bremer did his thing. Irvin did his thing. Now, let's see what the judges are going to say. The higher they jump, the better they buck. The better you ride, the more points you're supposed to get. He'd like to be in the 80s. 78 is going to be close to it. That's going to hold him in that top 3 position, and that's where he needs to be.
Well, I thought they could have given him a few more. They call it the wild Bremer bull riding, as Doug Vole used to say, so that was a pretty wild Bremer.
Yeah, but Doug Vole used to say a lot of things. Okay, let's get ready. The tough enough. Terry Don West. Here's the man we're matching against. Procedure right in the middle of the rack, and that kid never bobbled one jump.
This kid is one of the all-time greats. I predict this kid is going to be a world champion.
I'm telling you, Tuff Hedeman, you better look out. He's not knocking on your door. He's in your hip pocket.
You bet. Atlanta comes, caught San Francisco. Terry Don is breathing down Tuff's neck.
Now, there's only a few dollars between them on the tour for bull riders only, but look at that bull change direction, and this kid actually got stronger. Actually got stronger. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Well, 78 points is going to time for an unofficial third and fourth at this time. I don't think our fans liked it, and I'm not sure we liked it as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an additional $10,000 on the line here with the Acme Boot Tough Enough Award paid to the Bull Riders, only competitor that has the most rides for the season. We talked about it earlier. Tuff Hedeman is in the #1 spot. Right there, Terry Don West just evened the score. Tuff Hedeman has to ride his bull tonight with no mistakes, and he must place in this round to get a shot at a third one, or Terry Don's going to come get him. In the state of Montana, they're turning loose the wolves. In Wyoming, the same. They say they're going to bring them back to the wild. Here's one wolf pup you wouldn't want to turn loose in your backyard. This boy will bite the biggest limb off a tree. Danny Wolf, he's $12,000 for the good for the year.
Oh, he's going the wrong direction. He's going to hoe it out of him. This is his direction, into his hand. Great ride by Dan Wolf.
Now, that's 115. That's the bull they call Party Guy from Danny Russell. Danny Russell, he's the key man here tonight. He's putting the bulls underneath the winners. Earlier today, we came over to do some television work, and Danny Wolf rode over with me. Just drove 18 hours, 6 people in a fancy new pickup truck. He said, I need some breathing room. I want to go with you. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm relaxing. Ever since I broke my jaw, my focus hasn't been right. He said, I'm staying home, been doing some carpenter work, going to get on the good bulls at the right bull riders only. And he said, I think I'm ready for a break. 75 points.
You bet. Anything will make you ride good is go home and work for a while.
Yes.
It'll make you appreciate 8 seconds over 8 hours.
His focus is right. Just remember, an obstacle is only something that gets in your way when you lose your focus.
Precisely.
He is precise tonight. Danny, nice run. Okay, let's go to Tuff Hedeman. We've talked about the Tough Enough Award. We've talked about Terry Don West. Now it's time to give the champion the acclaims that he is due. This man 3 times is a world champion. He is the #1 winner right now on our list in this Bull Riders only standings. He's 92% to the good, $41,500 to the good when it comes to economics. What can you do with that? He's won $22,800 of it this year. 86 is what he's got to do to tie. 87 to go to the lead. Tuff Hedeman's got blackout of Dan Russell.
Oh, yeah, not only is Tuff the world. Oh, look at him. Both ways, both ways. All right, he is meeting the challenge.
He's not only met the challenge, he's going to go to the top with it.
Terry Don West can't push him too hard.
That is not the Tuff Hedeman normally get off. You don't make this guy lay.
Hey, this ground is hard out here. We were looking at it today. They were trying to dig it up. The tractor was just bouncing on it. When he did a perfect hip pointer there, and that had to hurt.
We've got some Southern California real estate that did not look like it was comfortable for him to hit right flat on his bottom. 80 points is going to put him in there. That's going to put him in the #2 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, as we've got more bulls to ride in the sports arena in San Diego, this is Bob Tallman with Gary LeFew. Next round, Cody Custer, the world champion, is going to join us. Whatever you do, stay tuned in. We're going to come back with more in a minute. Okay, bull riding fans, the date was the 12th of June, 1993. A good friend of ours and one of your favorite bull riders came to glory and guts, you might say. Pacific Bell is the all-time champion bucket bull, Cody Custer. The 1992 world champion bull rider is the man you looking at his left arm and yet to know was that his bicep had been totally pulled away from the bone. Nice to have you in the broadcast booth. Nice to have you back in business, but not ready to ride again. Are you ready to talk about what you have done best that you won the gold buckle at?
Well, I tell you what, I'd rather talk about the time off. I've really been enjoying it and spending some time with my wife and my baby and my folks and everybody, and really have been enjoying it. It's unfortunate that I had to get hurt to spend some time at home, but I'm happy to be here and be involved in this deal.
Good. Well, it's nice to have you here with us tonight. Let's look at the 11 guys. 7 come 11. Aaron Seamus, and your new son is named after him. Then Tuff Hedeman, Buddy Golden, Jerome Davis, Terry Don West, and White Lightning. That might be the match of the night. Now, Irvin Williams says that this bull's going to get rode tonight. Pacific Bell, the all-time great that injured you. Thor Hofer, Dan Wolf, Brent Gluck, Darrell Mills, Scott Bredding. Wow. The big wow is not just Scott Bredding and the Hot Shot, but the big wow is 11 men. That's a Las Vegas roll, and the odds makers are here to go tonight. Danny Wolf's going to be the first man to nod his head. Let's see what he can do. Here it is with bar 9, Little Fugitive, Mitchell's Bow.
Oh, yeah.
talked about his focus earlier, Gary, but it's not going to work now. His focus is not going to work on this bull. Mitchell's only got 2 out of 11 in this round and a no score.
Well, it was everything Terry Don West could do to get this bull ridden last week, and Dan Wolf just didn't get it done tonight.
If we're going to get us a roll going, let's do it now. Amanda's Panda ought to sound like something big, beautiful, and lovable. But this black Bolly Dandy weighs about a ton. Number 66 from Mitchell, Jerome Davis, Odessa, Texas. What can you do, my friend? They were 90 points on the last roll.
Oh, yeah, Jerome's got one going here. He's going to get another one. Oh! Little mistake, but I think he might have been there.
Hey, right at the dinger, right at the dinger. The judges will make the decision. He's looking at both of them right now. Boys, did I make it? Did I slap him? And I'm in there.
Yeah.
Be in there, he says. I got to be in the 80s to get the money if it's going to work. Think about it. Ryan Byrne and Rowdy Berry are there for the security, not the blanket. They're talking about it. They're marking him. Okay, Alan Jordan Jr., Lee Marco, what are you going to say? 80 points. He's safe and the money. Hot diggity dog. The skies over California are filled with 747. Silver Spur from Dan Russell is the bull with that number on him. Buddy Golden is the man 9th in the world standings. He's only won $1,800, and now he has been close to this round before, Gary. What can we do with him tonight in San Diego? This is a Chevy Truck All-Star Bull.
Well, this bull looks good, but he's a handful. He fades on you. I think into his hand, Buddy should handle this bull.
He does. He makes it look good. We introduced Cody Custer to you a moment ago. Here's a man that's been the hard way winner for a long time, Cody. You're a world champion. You know what it takes to be at the top. Can this guy go to the national finals? Can he win a world championship?
Buddy Golden's riding greater than I've ever seen him ride. I think it's due to these bull ridings. He's been getting on better bulls, bigger number of better bulls. We'll see him at the national finals. There's no telling. I think any guy that'll be at the finals can win the world championship.
Well, we're talking about 83 points here tonight, and 747 did his thing. That bull, like Gary LeFew says, has got all of the moves, fades away, fades in, and he handled it well. Buddy Golden, I am proud of you. 83, his beautiful wife is saying, oh, boy, we're going shopping in Southern California tomorrow. I don't ever want to see anybody hurt, but when this man hit on his back a minute ago, I thought we were in trouble. Tough Edelman has number 124. He's not proud of the bull. High flying skull from Dan Russell. He says that the best he's ever been on this bull is 76. Cody, what would you do if you had him in his position?
This bull's really a ranked bull. He's hard to ride. I don't think too many guys like this bull, but Tough's going to get the job done. He's going to do what it takes to make the whistle.
He's doing it, too. Look at here, Gary LeFew. The best bull, the best move that bull made was when he jumped back into the chutes. It saved him from throwing a dirty at Tough. Remember, only about 10 minutes ago, that man was aired right on the base of his spine.
Well, the important thing is Tough Edelman has got 2 more bulls ready. That puts him 2 more bulls ahead in that Tough Enough award.
And an 84 score is going to move him to the lead in this round. Tough Edelman is number 1. Tough Edelman stays number 1. Tough Edelman is the man who puts the heat on him. Folks, when we come back, we've got number 23, White Lightning, a superstar, and Terry Don West. Bull Riders Only is not over in San Diego on this Saturday night, but this man is phenomenal. Lord, thank you for sharing him with us. We're back in a minute. You need to call it right now. Get your tickets for the Kansas Coliseum, the September 25th, Wichita, Kansas. We're nearly seeing the dotted line on the highway, getting ready to go to it. Now, let's talk about Scott Breddy. Earlier tonight, Gary LeFew and I talked about this man who used to have a ranch job, raising his family under security, could ride anything he could get on. He quit the ranch. He's gone to the road. Scott Breddy's got his hand full on this one. Hot shot. Here it is. The Bulls 3-0 at Bull Riders Only. LeFew.
Oh, out of time, but I think Scott's going to be a little too much here. He's got him handled.
Well, that's 3-1 now for the Bull, and Scott Breddy has done what he needed to do. Ride him in the round, and this is good for him as well. Cody, he needs this for his mental and internal security right now.
This little bull right here kind of has an off day. It's usually really a ranked bull. Today he's having a little bit of a hop skip in him, and Scott's really bearing down, kind of gets a little bit behind right here, but he's bearing down and making the whistle.
Well, we're talking about another successful ride. That is going to be 4 for the Cowboys and 1 for the Bull. He is 84, 83, 81, puts him in the number 3 spot. Tuff Hedeman, right where he needs to be to the lead at 84, makes Terry Don West have to be close to the 90s. Buddy Golden, he's still in a check position. At this point, he's worth $3,000. Tuff is worth 10. Let's talk about Brent Gluck. We've been bragging on this hotshot, young, good-looking little Texan gentleman all night long. Now, I'm not going to say any more except for the fact that Mr. Gluck has his hands full with this bull, and I think that he knows it. Cody, this is a Chevy Truck All-Star bull they call Grasshopper. Bull bad, kid good. What's your analysis?
This bull could be the Bucking Bull of the Year. He's in the contention for being Bucking Bull of the Year. Brent Gluck rides really good. He's got a really good attitude. I'm sure he's going to try as hard as he can.
LeFew, you've just heard it from the world champion. He's calling this the Bucking Bull of the Year. Now, can this kid be the Bucking Bull Buster of the Year?
He's got his hands full. This bull, no. Let me tell you about that great athlete. He sold Michael Gaffney off 3 times, Tuff twice, Ted News twice, Mark Kane twice. This is one of the baddest bulls. I agree with Cody. He's probably going to be the bull of the year.
Well, he got the G-Man 3 times just to add to your list of fatalities, and I hate to see this kid get limp out of there. Doctor's got him. Oh, we talked about Aaron, and who is that gorgeous lady?
That's my wife, Stacy. Looks like she's a little nervous for someone.
You're not getting on, Aaron. He don't care. He just got the nutsack in there. Ladies and gentlemen, hang on. White Lightning, number 23. They call him a superstar. Gary LeFew says this might be the rankest bull in the country. Ride him and be 90. Heck, why not be 99? Make it 100. TDW, Terry Don West. Let's ride a bull, boys. You experts, go with it.
Could be the match of the night right here. Terry Don gets around the corner. Yes! All right! Oh, man! This is going to maybe be another championship for Terry Don West.
I want to tell you something. His wife wants a $30,000 car. I won't tell you what make or model, but that beautiful blonde is liable to get one tonight after this. He has just hit the ground awfully hard. You saw him driving face down into the ground. Dr. Skip Ross just had his hand full going out the door with Brent Gluck. Turns right around, and he and the paramedics are back in here now. Take a real quick look at this slow-mo. This man hit awfully hard, Gary.
Well, let me tell you about Terry Don West. Nobody gets up on his legs any better than Terry Don West except Tuff Hedeman. This is a great bull ride. Terry Don West gets up on his legs, takes the power away from this great bull, but if he has a weakness, it's his get-offs. 3 times in a row at the Bull Riders Only, he grabs his wrap. That's something we teach not to do at the bull riding schools. He does not look back. That gets him slam dunk right on his head.
And it did. The best part of it's 92 points in San Diego. Hang on, everybody. We're coming back for more, maybe 100. All right, everybody, the 2nd of October, that's the next date after Wichita that I was talking about a minute ago. What are you going to do? Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. We're going to have a mashing, and you need to be there. Crunch time for the Bull Riders only for the Acme Bull Riders Tour. Give us a call at that number. While we were away, they were dragging him out. Dr. Skip, along with Danny Wolf right there. Terry Don. A minute ago, I asked Cody, what did he do wrong? He said, I've done it 100 times. It'll make you quit grabbing your wrap. He did what?
He grabbed his wrap, and when he hit the ground, he jammed his elbow into his ribs.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hey, keep your elbow out of your gut. Let's go to Thor Hofer, the kid from Knights Ferry, California. 85 on this bull the last time he had him in the Bull Riders, only number 11. It's Playboy.
Yeah, it should be right around this gate to the right. Thor handled him good last week, but this is this week.
He's going to the left.
Go to the left. Oh!
Got him. Got him. Rowdy Berry, Ryan Byrne, they're right there. Good bullfighting tonight for the Rowdy and Ryan show. Pendleton, Oregon, and Canada, two of the finest bullfighters in the world. Thor, you are. That's all right, kid. Put a smile on your face. You're going to be around for a long time. We'll get him back. That's history for another Californian. Here's the way it looks and what we're talking about. Leaders, Terry Don West at a 92. That's a hot shot. Hanneman, haha. Tough, you're not number 1, but you're still number 1 in our eyes. 84 for second. Buddy Golden, California is in there for a third at this point with an 83. Canadian fans, get ready. Here comes the Canadian champion from Pink Mountain, British Columbia. It says Alberta there, but BC's where he comes from. What are you going to do with this little bull? He's a dandy, number 7, star 7.
This is a rank little bull? Oh, goodness.
Excuse me, would you repeat that?
Tipped him upside down.
That's the voice of the world champion, Cody Custer. One more time, what did the bull do?
That bull had a little hop and skip in him, and
Bucked his butt off.
just slammed Darrell down. It happens.
That kid is probably one of the greatest attitude men in the world. He's giggling. He knows he made a mistake for 10,000. It's history. It's number 14 with Irvin Williams, Pacific Bell, the bull of the year, and the man who thinks he can ride him.
Yeah, 3 times bull of the year. Big, powerful bull. Too much bull for Irvin Williams and that new haircut tonight.
Well, the new haircut worked on 2 out of 3 the first 2, but it's not going to work for the third one. Padna. He thought he had him rode. He did before he got on him anyway. Gary, it's okay. We're going to send the Tulsa Twister home. He's still going to get a little money out of the deal, and that's going to be history. Dan Russell and Pacific Bell. That is the bull of the century, you might say. Blowout sounds bad enough. 440 even sounds worse. This bull is 6-0. 6 guys on the ground at Bull Riders only. Aaron Seamus, who's on a hot roll, and one of the last guys to ride, he carries the hammer. He needs to be 93 to go to the lead. He's already had a pair of 90s. We've already had 4 90s in the last 2 ridings. What can you do with this one? Can he be 94, 95, 96, Gary?
If this bull has his day, he might be 100. This bull is
What?
This bull is ranked. If he'll
Okay.
keep shut and then get it now.
Bad start. Cody, bad start.
Well,
Everything out of sync.
sometimes that happens, you know. You just got to cowboy up, and Aaron sure did. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I saw him ride that bull New Year's Eve last year, so the capability was there.
Well, he gave it a try. Everything was out of sync, and that's all we can do for Aaron Seamus. It's just not going to work.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet, even with a 92. We're going to come back and get to do it again. Hot shots yet to buck. Then we're talking about Pacific Bell. Oh, it's going to be wild. Aaron Seamus with a no score. I'm sorry to do it to you. We'll be back. We'll be back, and you'd better be with us. There's Terry Don. My man's fine. My man's fine.
Welcome back to Bull Riders Only with the Roper Ride of the Night. I'm here with Terry Don West, first 3-time winner in 1 season of Bull Riders Only and back-to-back championships.
Yeah, I had a good bull tonight of Dan Russell's White Lightning, and a bull like that, I knew if I could get him rode, I figured I'd be first or second, and I got first.
Well, let's watch the ride. Tell us what went on.
Right here, he's coming out, really kicking. This was where, right here where he really tried me, coming around that left. And that's what I was wanting to get by right here. It's coming around real hard. I'm having to really hustle up and ride as hard as I can because he's trying to throw me as hard as he can.
It's obvious to me that you're concentrating on your riding, not on your getting off.
No, my get-offs ain't good at all. I'm gonna have to go home and practice on that.
Could shorten a guy's career a little bit. $10,000 winner here in San Diego, California. Terry Don West, back to the men in the booth.
The hottest thing in North America, at least California anyways, Terry Don West. In 1992, it was Cody Custer. Now we've got him in the broadcast booth, but you're on the roll to recovery, on the mend.
Yeah, I'll be back on the trail before too long.
Kansas City come November.
November, Kansas City, and I'll hang up my microphone.
Okay, we'll get you back at the finals about 1994. Gary, Terry Don West is hot. We know he's hot. The kid can ride. He's won nearly, well, $35,000 or something like that. But Tuff Hedeman, don't take anything away from him. He's still got 3 titles, and he's still the man to chase.
You bet. Winning's a draw. You got to have the bulls, but Terry Don had the good one tonight. He met the challenge, rode him. Terry Don is going to be one of the greatest bull riders of all time, believe me. Terry
Don West can ride, folks, but the boy can't get off. We'll teach him how to do that before we get to Wichita. Now let's take a look how the money was actually won. $10,000 to TDW, Tuff Hedeman, in for $3,400. Buddy Golden, good. Scott Bredding, he can use the check to Montana. On the overall base, Terry Don's won $32,100. That's, well, about $5,995 to the lead. Here's the rest of them. Folks, it's been a bull riding in Southern California. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to do it again. The Acme Bull Riders Only Series has been brought to you in part by Wrangler Jeans, our official bull rider jean. By Chevy Truck, our official truck that we drive. And by Award Design Metal, the official buckle of the Acme Bull Riders Only Series. Shirts provided by Roper Apparel. For Gary LeFew, this is Bob Tallman. We're going to the Midwest and Wichita, Kansas for our next Acme Bull Riders Only tour stop and more Bro Crunch Time.